All right, RezaieStrong followers. So today we're going to talk about what are the components of a habit. And where I got the idea for this video was a book called Atomic Habits by James Clear. Phenomenal book about good habits, bad habits, how to increase the chances of doing good habits and decrease the chances of doing bad habits. But I think it's important as I live my life by aggregation of marginal gains, basically doing 1% better, focusing on all the little things that we do that add up to the big thing that we're trying to do, to look at the components of a habit. And I thought he had a really good definition for the 4 parts to a habit. So first, there's got to be a cue, something that tells you that like, hey, I'm telling you that we need to do this habit. The second part is the craving. What are you craving for based on that cue? And then that leads to what's called your response, whatever it is that you're going to do, the habit basically. And then ultimately, what's the reward you're going to get for doing that habit? And so let me start off by making this really simple. So let's say we walk into a dark room. That's our cue. And the craving we have is we can't see. It's a dark room. So the action, the response, the habit is we turn on the light. And what is the reward for doing that? Now we can see everything in the room. So how do I do this for exercise, for example? For me, my cue is seeing my running shoes. So I put those things either right next to my bed. So as soon as I get up, it's the first thing I see. Or if I'm working and I come home, they are sitting right next to where I'm going to put my keys. And the craving I get is the runner's high, the endorphins that I get released from going and running. And I always feel so much better after a stressful day at work getting a good run in. My response, the habit, is to just go for a run. And by doing that, the reward I get is being fit. I feel better because I'm not overweight. I'm sleeping better because I've used a bunch of energy. And anyways, I think this is a great way to look at habits. And so for you, you have to figure out what is your cue and what's the craving that you're having for the habit you're trying to develop, and what is the ultimate reward you're giving yourself for doing that. So there you go. What are the components of a habit? James Clear, Atomic Habits, great book. Highly recommended if you haven't read it. There's your 4 components. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and questions. And until next time.